So we here with A AP Ferg, Denver, Ink Monster. What's up?
It feels good to be chilling with my boo.
So I love this quote that you said, I rap my purest thought. Is that your overall mission with music?
Yeah, because I think sometimes people, they think so much about what other people are doing that they don't really get a chance to express themselves. They express everybody else. They're not actually doing it, they're doing everybody else.
Yeah, trying to imitate what they see. Yeah. So you began as a visual artist, and then you were a clothing designer, and now you're a rapper.
Well, first, actually, I was, my major was fine arts and art and design high school. My minor was fashion. Got into fashion, started doing clothes. With my pops, rest in peace to him, he did the Bad Boy logo, Uptown Cats record logo for Andre Rap. And he also, he did a few things like for himself as far as like clothing and everything like that. So I was naturally into that. I being a kid and just loving music, I just started to rap and I took it serious once like everybody else started taking us serious.
You know, I was gonna say, Work was like the single that really propelled your career. How did the song come about creatively, and then how did it feel for people to finally, see the vision and believe in you?
Well, Work just came about. Like I just Chins and Fly. I found them guys like I think on Twitter or Tumblr or something like that, and I was just going through like a bunch of emails that they sent, and that was a beat that stood out to me.
Dope ass beat.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy because it's not like the average beat that I would pick because it's not like so different. It's not like Persian wine different or like Kiss and Pink different. But it just had a bounce that I couldn't get rid of. You know what I'm saying? I couldn't like run away from it. I had the body to beat. So I did it as a fun. It was fun. That was what I remembered. It was a fun song to do, and I was like, if I'm having fun doing it, people who are gonna receive it is gonna have fun listening to it. So
yeah, shit. And people still banging the clubs.
Man, I hope it lasts forever. I hope it's like one of them things where people just like put in the work. Like,
From there, you decided to release your debut album, Trap Lord.
Right.
Nowadays with mixtape culture, people put out tons of mixtapes before their debut. What made you forego that process and just dive into a debut album?
Because I wanted people to take it serious. Sometimes like people could hear mixtape, the title mixtape, and just be like, oh, that's just his mixtape. He went for his album. So I was like, why not just put the album out? And I was always making the album anyway. I was never making a mixtape. For a mixtape, sometimes people can undermine it because you think about, oh, he's probably gonna jump on other people's beats, or he's probably gonna do this or probably do that. There was none of that. Like everything was original. Like I found all new producers. Like I had new rhymes, new lyrics. I got Bone Thugs, Onyx on there. I got Be Real on the same track as Onyx. That never even happened when they was like doing their thing. I got all these wonderful features that don't sound like a mixtape to me. So
it wasn't worthy of a mixtape.
Exactly. Yeah. So it'd have been like I would have been like disrespecting myself.
Nah, that's real shit.
And like the artists I worked with, if I would have put it out as a mixtape. I'm surprised everybody was receptive to it and they loved the album and it was really different. It's not your average album it takes a couple listens probably for some people to get used to it. Like my core fan base, they love the album, but like say like somebody who's new who don't know so much about me besides like Work or Shaba, it'll probably take them a couple listens to kind of get into it because it's all new sounds. Like sonically, I wanted to take music to another level, so that's what I did, and people recognize it. And
it was super dope. It showed your diversity as an artist. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. What was the significance behind having Yam's voice be the first voice you hear on the whole album?
Well, Yams is one of the CEOs of ASAP Worldwide, along with ASAP Rocky. They signed me with Polo Ground Records, RC. He's like the new Puffy. I was gonna put Puff on there, but I was like, you know what? Yams is like the new voice. He let him talk his shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I still got Puff though. I still got you. I just want something.
That's next.
That's next. But Yams is like the new Puff for me, or like the new Irv Gotti. So I just kind of wanted to put that stamp on the world with his voice.
That's dope. you and the rest of the mob are extremely vocal about, you know, how much of an influence both Dunks and Harmony was for you all.
Right.
And then to get them on the album, can you just talk about that process working with them on the track Lord?
It's kind of divine because I didn't even plan none of that. I didn't plan to meet up with Onyx. I didn't plan to meet up with Bone Thugs, and it happened a day apart from one another. Like I met up with Bone Thugs first, and I met up with Onyx.
Wow.
So like, you know, it was kind of like a blessing.
What a lucky week.
I'm not one of the artists like to just like be reaching out to mad artists, especially like being new. Like,
Yeah.
I don't take like when if somebody don't want to do it, like I'll be like crushed, like damn, like shit.
You don't take rejection well?
Yeah, I don't take rejection well. So I'd rather become crazy hot and have them come to me.
I'm sure plenty of artists are coming to you.
Yeah, I'm getting a lot of artists.
Elijah Muhammad, reside in my heart.
Yeah.
Diss and I'll blow and shouts from Allah.
Yeah.
Can you elaborate on that line? And also, you know, does faith play a large role in your music?
Yeah, it does. Probably because I went to like Catholic school and then like with the Catholic religion and then like just reading up on like a bunch of other stuff. I don't know, just exploring life. My grandfather was Muslim. You know what I'm saying? So
that's where the Muslim references
yeah,
come from?
that's where a lot of the Muslim references come from. And,
Tight.
you know, if you're familiar with Elijah Muhammad, he did a lot for like the Nation of Islam and
Absolutely.
things like that. So.
Dope. So your father is a reoccurring topic in your music, both in work and Fergalicious. You know, you reflect on his passing and how much he means to you.
Right.
I know he like really inspired you and influenced you in like clothing design. Does he inspire you in your music too?
Yeah, of course. Like he was the first guy to like bring music around me. Like
What did he
he's the
bring?
reason I was listening to like Biggie, Ready to Die. I'm like, Daddy, who's this baby on this CD? I like this CD cover. I didn't even know who Biggie was. I just seen a baby with an afro, and I just always, it was an iconic CD cover even back
It
then
was,
for me.
yeah.
We used to have like this glass table in my crib, and it used to be like mad CDs inside the glass table.
Oh,
Like, it was a
dope.
regular table, but it was glass.
Yeah.
It was all of these CDs.
Classics.
411, Mary J. Blige, and these is like all the. This is all the music I grew up listening to. Like my mom was getting her hair braided with her friends and stuff. We'd be listening to Total or Mary J. Blige. Like,
Right.
so I reflect on those memories, and
Yeah.
those were the times I was like most at peace, I think. And the music just made me feel so good. Like it's different like now. Like the music kind of like lost soul. I feel like lost its soul, and like when everything was like just coming up, I feel like it was like more original, organic.
Yeah. Can you bring that soul
It was
back?
more soulful. Yeah, definitely. You can hear it in my voice.
Yeah.
When I'm harmonizing on Kissing Pink and
Yeah.
I'm talking that real-ish
Yeah.
on work, you can hear it in my voice.
For sure.
Like definitely, like my parents are like heavy influence on like my music.
You were brought into it,
Yeah.
raised in it. That's
Exactly.
dope. So have you ever designed any of your cover art?
Yeah, I actually sat with Jay West, which is my brother Justin West. He's artist, he's a painter. He had like a bunch of gallery shows. He did a collaboration with me with Bape for the Bape t-shirt.
Oh yeah. I saw
So
those.
we sat down and designed that concept along with the artwork for the album, the book cover,
Yeah.
the posters and everything.
You must have such a keen eye for that type of stuff.
Yeah,
from your
definitely.
background.
I went to art school, so
Yeah.
like I graduated from art and design with like a major at like fine arts and a minor in fashion. So
And now you're a famous rapper.
yeah, that
You're
I
just
do all of that shit.
all around artist.
Yep, I use all mediums to create.
That's dope. 2013 was a huge year for you though.
Right.
You know, you dropped Trap Lord, and then you were chosen as the Rookie of the Year at the BET Awards.
Right.
Why did you think that you wouldn't get it? Why didn't you, go to the awards?
Why everybody think that I didn't think that I wouldn't get it. I just didn't go to the awards because we had so much other stuff to do, and they wasn't letting us know like, oh, we need you here, like because it's something important to do, what to happen. Like, I'm working. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't want to stop my creativity just to go somewhere where I'm not gonna win. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I feel you.
And I'll go for the festivities, but who wants to go to awards if you're gonna lose?
Yeah, but
Like you're just sitting there like,
who else would have got that though? You.
I don't know. Like honestly, I appreciate the awards and I wish I was there to accept it. But I'm just worried about the next thing, like what I'm gonna do next.
And that shows you music. Your artistry comes first.
Right.
And that's important.
And yeah, that's very important.
So
like my award is like when I'm performing and them kids is going crazy and like, you know,
every show
girls are screaming to the top of their lung and passing. Like that's my award. Like I feel that every night when I'm performing.
Yeah.
I'll take the statue too. I hardly like reminisce about things. Like I hardly like look back and be like, yo, I got this or I got that. Like it's just not in my build. Like I just like to keep pushing forward and just like being creative.
Yeah, and even talking to you, you know, at other occasions, you have such a vision. You know what I'm saying? And you're never satisfied. You
Never satisfied. I am satisfied, but I'm always driven. Like, cause I don't want people to think that I'm a maniac. Like I would never be satisfied with something or like a video that I could have fixed. And like I am like a workaholic, but at times I'll be like when I got a piece and that I feel like I created that's crazy. Like Hood Pope was flawless to me. That video, I love that video. And the song, and I feel like people could connect to it.
Absolutely.
I did it in my neighborhood with all of the kids that, like that's the generation below me, like all my friends, like their kids, and you know.
That's dope.
You know what I'm saying? That's all it's dope.
Everybody is really excited for the ASAP Mob album. That's coming out in March, right?
Yep.
Is there anything you can tell us about the album, excuse me?
I can just say that it's gonna be better than the tape one.
Lord's Never Worry.
Yeah, and like
I love that tape.
Yeah, but everybody's gonna love it because that's the first thing we put out.
Yeah.
But this album is like more sequenced. The sequence better, and you have like we're taking music to the next level. You're gonna get everything you love. You're gonna get that '90s shit that you know everybody loves. You're gonna get that futuristic Fergie shit. You know, that futuristic Hood Pope, making things fall off the TV
right,
shit.
you got powers, dog. You also give a lot of props to DMX, claiming him as a trap lord. I think an X and Ferg collab would be dope.
That would be crazy. I actually wanted to get DMX on my first album, like for a prayer. But it's hard to catch up to that dude.
Yeah, I bet.
It is hard to catch up to him.
But that's something to look forward to.
If I get him, I'm gonna put him in the headlock and we're gonna go in the studio.
So also, you know, you and Rocky are really, you know, verbal about creating music to unite people from like all walks of life. Would there be any activism causes that you would get involved in either through your music or, you know, working for them in other avenues?
Well, that's what we're doing. Like with this music thing is just like always striving and prospering. That right there is an act of like being an activist and bringing people together. When I'm out there performing, I'm not really performing, I'm preaching most of the time anyway. I don't even want to I don't want to rap, man. Like I love to turn up, but I really want to talk to the people and connect with them. So.
Yeah, that's really clear, and it really separates the ASAP movement. I feel like too. You know what I'm saying? Like it's really for the people, but it includes everyone.
Yeah. And I tell them like, you know, if you see me in the street, I tell my fans like, you're not a fan, you're a fan. If you see me in the street, give me a file, give me a hug. Don't fan out on me. Let's just hang out, let's chill, let's drink a 40 or some shit.
Word up.
Alright, shout out to the beautiful lady Rachel. You already know, ASAP, we doing big things for the 2014. Hey, but go get that Trap Lord in stores, Trap Lord app, download it. ASAP Mob album coming out.
Big things.
Very rare, might be a scare.
Word up, Ferg. We appreciate you.
No doubt.
You dope.
You dope.